How esports have the power to bring people together. Before we really begin with discussing the impact esports has had on people, it's imperative to understand what esports are. Well, what are esports? Let's find out. The two games we will be focusing on today are Counter-Strike Global Offensive and League of Legends, due to their popularity among the national stage of esports and their popularity within our assigned group.
What are esports? Well, esports are organised multiplayer gaming competitions where pro and amateur gamers can compete for kudos and for prizes. Esports is big business across the world, valued around a whopping $610 million. And that's little wonder with a global audience of some 134 million people. But how did such a big competitive game...
What is Counter-Strike and League of Legends? Let's find out.
Interested in giving Counter-Strike Global Offensive a try. By definition, CSGO is a competitive online team-based first-person shooter. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that the game is played online with people from all over the world. Players are separated into teams, and these teams compete with each other to complete a variety of objectives. The combat in the game is a first-person shooter, which means that your vision is what your character sees, and you have a gun and shoot people. The story of the game is pretty simple, and something I think everybody understands. There are terrorists, and they are either trying to plant explosive devices to blow stuff up, like boxes or fish, or the terrorists have hostages. Well, then there are the counter-terrorists, hence Counter-Strike. Both teams compete with each other to complete objectives.
The goal is to work together with your teammates to bring down the enemy nexus, located in the middle of their base before your opponents take down yours. That sounds straightforward, but how you get there isn't, so let's walk you through the basics. You'll start by choosing one champion from a list of many, all of whom have their own unique strengths and personalities. Some are ranged marksmen, pelting their opponents from a safe distance, or burly fighters who like to get up in their opponent's faces.
How have esports brought people together? Esports allow people to come together and enjoy a single event in unity. Whether it be online or on Twitch TV, a website used to host live streams of gaming and esports. Or even better, spectating an event in person. It doesn't quite matter how different people are, everyone is there for the same reason. Thousands of people who you may have played against last night, all in the same spot, and all talking about the same topic. It's a very comforting idea. Let's see what some of our friends have to say about esports. Here we have Mike Potato. Mike Potato, are you interested in gaming at all?
Yes.
What games do you play?
I play Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Any other games besides that, or not really?
Some racing games like Forza.
Okay. What's your opinion on competitive video games being called esports?
I think I'm fine with it.
There's no issues with that name at all? It is an esport? No confusion?
I mean, esport, considering it has the E in the name, it's already different. So, I mean, yeah, it's distinguishable.
Do you think people have to be talented to compete in esports?
Yes.
If so, what kind of talents?
Moving your hands really quick, being quick to react, things like that.
Do you think esports have the power to bring people together? And if yes, how so?
If you mean like a lot of fans, then yeah, kind of like that, like an arena.
Where do you see the esports scene going?
Getting bigger probably.
How would you like the esports scene to progress?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm a fan. It would be fun to watch maybe if it gets bigger.
But you're not too into it?
Nah.
Any concluding thoughts about esports?
They're quite interesting, I think.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Fighting flames of fire, hang on to burning wires. We don't care anymore. Are we fading lovers? We keep wasting colors. Maybe we should let this go. We've fallen apart, still we hold together.
Overall, it's very clear that not everyone is fully understanding what esports are and why people enjoy them. But it's also apparent that esports as a whole have brought a lot of people together for the same reason, and will continue to be a conversation starter for decades to come.